The wild, wild west of college athletics and NIL payments could be moving closer to congressional reform. That is, if Senate Majority Leader John Thune has anything to do with it. In a guest appearance on the Ruthless podcast, Thune even offered up his own solution. College coaches and administrators have struggled to navigate name, image, and likeness payments to athletes since the House versus NCAA settlement made pay-for-play legal on July 1st. The absence of standards and guardrails that cover the entire NCAA landscape has led to individual states passing their own legislation. South Dakota's senior senator says that's part of the problem.
I think there's an argument for Congress to act, but I hope we can find a way to land this thing that doesn't entail a unionization in creating this sort of a new business model. I think one thing you could do for sure is just create transparency, is have a standard uniform contract that athletes, schools, parents, everybody knows what the deal is. Because right now it's like the NFL without a contract. They go from 1 year to the next year, and they just go to whoever's going to pay them the most.
The College Sports Commission, set up in the wake of the House settlement, has tried to regulate outside collectives who broker deals between players and prospective universities. Those collective deals are in addition to the $20.5 million pool of money each school is able to spend on their athletes. Thune does not want to see athletes unionized, but he also believes agents are taking advantage of the situation.
In some cases, they'll go to these kids and offer them, tell them, go to the portal, I'll get you an NIL deal on the back end, and it doesn't materialize. In fact, they tell me that about half of them that's true.
Yeah, they come up with nothing.
So, but the agents always come out ahead. So there is a sweet spot there, I think.
Those thoughts echo recent comments from conference commissioners like Greg Sankey of the SEC and Jim Phillips of the ACC, who would like Congress to get involved. Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian pointed out the same issues Sunday at the Texas High School Coaches Association conference.
Let's paint a picture. We sign a young man to a 3-year contract. That should mean, in my opinion, if he's on a 3-year guaranteed contract, that he has to stay at my university for 3 years. The problem I have with that is at the end of year 1, if Billy doesn't like the way it's going, he's a free agent and he can go in the portal and leave. That doesn't make sense to me. That's not good. That's not a good business model.
Thune is hoping the relevant committees can work through the issue quickly in order to put a proposal on the Senate floor. That legislation would be separate from the SCORE Act, which passed through a pair of House committees Wednesday and could be put to a vote in that chamber in the fall session. The SCORE Act would not restrict NIL earnings, but would leave regulations up to the schools and conferences and grant them antitrust protections. Should the SCORE Act pass the House, it faces a much higher bar in the Senate, where it would need at least 7 Democratic votes to pass. One of those Democrats, Senator Maria Cantwell, announced her opposition to the SCORE Act Wednesday, saying the legislation rolls back athletes' rights, undermines women's and Olympic sports, and makes the big schools richer, more powerful, and less accountable. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Chris Francis.